Okay, so we're going to continue where we left off. I believe we left off at digital business process. So I'm going to advance to that slide, and then we'll go from there. So we are still in Module 1, video session 2. Okay. So this is where we stopped last time. So business processes built on or around digital technologies to enable execution of digital or non-digital business models is really what a digital process is. So these are business processes are the execution engine for every business, right? So this is how you can create, change, and modify, or even completely remove business processes that based on what's happening in the marketplace, right? So you're able to respond faster to the market. So, and digital processes allow you to make that transition very fast, right? So let's move on to the next one. So digital ecosystem. So you may have heard this term used by many in the industry or in your own organization or in your textbook, for example, right? So basically what it is it's relationships between a company or brand and a large network of partners, and even possibly you can include customers as well in the ecosystem that are enabled by digital technologies, right? So partners, customers, and even employees, for example, should be part of this relationship between the company and these entities. Okay. So that's the true definition of a digital ecosystem. And so in terms of partners, you can have downstream partners. If you're in retail, downstream partners are your distributors all the way down to retail and then consumer. Then you also have upstream partners who are your supply chain, basically, right? So that's an example of how you can actually build an ecosystem of such partners, employees, and even customers to advance your business value, test and validate products or services that you want to with this ecosystem, and even launch your next generation of products and validate them with these networks. Right. So in the world of digital, in the digital era, to be more specific, a digital ecosystem is your biggest channel to evangelizing your new product or new idea, new method, or even the changing of the guard from current products to the next product evolution, if you will, right? So digital ecosystems are part of the foundation of every enterprise. So this goes hand in hand with the business process that we just discussed in the last slide. So these two together are really very, very, very important. I cannot stress that anymore. So all right, so we'll go dig into this and the business process in other courses as well as in other modules within this course. Okay. So we also have heard about terminologies like digital economy, shared economy, gig economy, right? So wanted to give you a sense of what those are. So economic models that are based on digital technologies is called the digital economy, right? So digital sometimes is substituted for internet. Internet is the foundation for all digital technologies like social media, mobile, cloud, big data and analytics, virtual reality, anything else you want to add on to the technologies, they're all based on the internet. And internet is a major force, right? That's one of the digital 5 forces which we will go into next, right? Just to summarize, economic models means that there is value exchange that goes on, right? There is a cost to serve, and then there is a willingness to pay from the customer side. So that's a simple economic model, and digital technologies enable these business models in very, very radically different ways. Okay. So shared economy is a form of digital economy, right? It's because it's based on digital technologies, right? Economic models based on digital technologies. So that promotes sharing models of underutilized assets. Right? We have a lot of examples in the industry today. Airbnb, for example, right? So you have your own 4-bedroom or 5-bedroom home, and then you want to lease one of the bedrooms during Super Bowl week or during game days, for example, right? And that's a way to actually get some income, right, and support yourself for an underutilized asset like an extra room, right? So that's a good example of what shared economy means, right? And carpooling is something that we are very aware of, right? Rideshare, right? A company that does that. And then you also have Uber, where you have shared rides, for example. So it's a very interesting business model that came about because of digital technologies, right? So gig economy. So gig economy is also a digital economy artifact, right? A side effect of the influence of digital technology and on the economy. So here, gig economy is where we are today in terms of a lot of folks are now figuring out that they want to be in control of their own career, for example, or lifestyle. And so freelance and contract work is becoming more and more popular. Right? So over a period of time, we may have a very mobile and very flexible, right, ecosystem of freelance and contract workers. So there are, in fact, services like Elance, for example, right, that allow this sort of gig economy to prosper, right? So this is in direct contrast to what our parents and what your parents and your grandparents have been used to, which is a long life job in a company, in a big company, for example, permanent job in a big company. So those are becoming a thing of the past slowly, right? And in fact, even with automation coming, right, we have seen a lot of news lately, right, on robots trying to do a lot of work, menial tasks in particular. So soon we are going to have to work with robots as well. So the gig economy, which is really based on digital economy, is definitely going to grow, right? It is already on that path, and some of you may already be on that path. So it's a very interesting situation we live in this digital economy. So digital natives, this is a term that you would have heard often used by media or others around you. So these are companies that are born in the digital era, right? Circa 1994, that's when the internet became a platform, right, for business, to conduct business essentially. And so companies that are born in the digital era and offer digital interactions, right, enabled by online, mobile, social, virtual reality, and so on, right? So these digital technologies allow you to have different types of interactions and engagement and transaction model with customers, partners, and even employees, as we talked about last time in the digital ecosystem definition. So digital natives are companies, there are a lot of examples of them. Obviously, Amazon is one of the first. They were very early in the game in terms of taking advantage of the internet as a platform to start delivering books. And then off late, they've been doing a lot more things than that, obviously, right? So, so Amazon is a good example of a digital native, born in 1994, somewhere around that. And then you have eBay. eBay is another one, right? And then you have Priceline, Travelocity, Expedia. A lot of these came along in the last 15, 20 years. So it's been a very interesting journey in the world of how the world has transformed after the internet became a commercial platform, and then we started seeing a lot of change in how businesses operate and how we as consumers behave in terms of how we buy things, how we search for things. It's completely changed. So there you go. That's digital natives for you.